pick me up past midnight. Coffee sitting in the car. Windows cracked to let the cold in, while we drove without a plan. Streetlights sliding on the dashboard, your fingers tapping to the song. And for the first time in a while, my head finally felt calm. You kept talking about nothing, movies, places, people we knew. Funny how the smallest moments started feeling big with you. And maybe healing looks different than I thought it would be before. Orange skies above the freeway, city glowing far behind. Your hand resting near the shifter, while I stare out at the lights. And maybe we don't need answers, maybe this is enough tonight. Just two tired people driving under quiet orange skies. You laugh when I go silent, say I disappear sometimes. Truth is I've been learning slowly how to let somebody inside. Now your hoodie smells like perfume, my playlist sounds different too. And every late night drive lately somehow leads back close to you. Outside the ocean looks endless, dark blue under early dawn. And suddenly I understand why people hate when moments are gone. No pressure, no promises, still I don't want this night ending. Orange skies above the freeway, your sleepy eyes catching light. Radio humming softly as the morning comes alive. And maybe this won't last forever, maybe nothing really does. Still tonight feels warm enough to make me forget what hurt. Just two lonely people healing under quiet orange skies. Maybe peace isn't loud, maybe it sounds more like this. Orange skies above the coastline, sunrise slowly filling in. You asleep against the window while the day begins again. And if this fades by next summer, I'll still replay tonight. Your voice low beside me under all those orange skies. Engine humming softly, morning moving slow, still feeling that calm long after you go. Last ferry leaving the harbor, cold wind moving through your hair. You pulled your hoodie tighter while the city blurred somewhere. Nobody talking around us, just the water and the lights. And somehow all the silence made everything feel alright. You asked me what I'm scared of, I laughed and looked away. Truth is I got too used to people eventually changing, but tonight feels softer somehow, like maybe I can finally breathe. Night ferry crossing the water, orange glow against the waves. Your head resting on my shoulder, fingers tracing circles slowly on the sleeve around my wrist. You keep talking about someday, like maybe it still exists. Now the speakers play soft static, gold songs underneath the rain, and every passing reflection feels like something hard to explain. Outside, the harbor keeps shrinking, blue light across your face, and suddenly I understand why people miss temporary things. No pressure, no promises, still I don't want this ending yet. Night ferry moving through the darkness, city glowing far behind. You falling half asleep beside me while I watch the shoreline lights. And maybe life keeps changing, maybe people always do. Still tonight feels calm enough to believe in something new. Just two lonely people healing somewhere out beyond the water. Maybe healing starts quietly before anybody notices. Night ferry under fading moonlight, morning slowly coming through. You asleep against my jacket, ocean air surrounding you. And if this disappears by winter, I'll still replay tonight. Your voice low across the water under blurred harbor lights. Waves moving softly, engine running low, still feeling that silence long after you go. Your shoes kicked off by my doorway, phone charging near the bed. Blue light moving through the curtains, half awake inside my head. You're talking while I'm barely listening, watching shadows on the wall. Funny how your voice can make the whole apartment feel less small. Outside the traffic keeps moving, fast enough to disappear. Still somehow this quiet moment feels safer when you're here. And maybe nothing lasts forever, still I don't wanna lose this yet. Summer haze falling through the window, your perfume still on my clothes. Slow songs playing from your speaker while the whole night moves slow. And maybe we're just temporary, maybe we both understand. Still your fingers tangle with mine, feel better than any plan. Just two people trying to heal inside this summer haze. Inside this summer haze. Coffee getting cold beside us, sunrise barely coming in. You laugh when I can't find the words, then pull me close again. Now every late night drive reminds me of your head against the glass, and all those little conversations we thought nobody else would ask. Outside the ocean looks endless, soft gray underneath the dawn. And suddenly I hate the feeling of knowing nights like this move on. No labels, no pressure, still I keep hoping you stay longer. Summer haze drifting through the morning, city glowing gold outside. You inside the summer haze. Maybe peace is smaller than people make it seem. Summer haze over the coastline, windows open to the air. You asleep against my shoulder, like you've always belonged there. And if this fades by colder weather, I'll still replay tonight. Your voice low inside the darkness, under washed out morning light. Ocean breeze, moving traffic far away. Still hearing your laughter inside the summer haze. You said you'd only stay a minute, still your jacket's on my chair. Rainwater drying by the window, while your fingers play with my hair. TV static in the background, coffee steaming on the stove. And somehow this tiny apartment feels more like home when you don't go. Outside the city keeps moving, headlights fading into dawn. Still your sleepy voice beside me makes the whole night feel calm. Maybe we stop pretending this was something temporary. Stay for sunrise, orange light across your face. No big words or promises, just you finding ways to stay. And maybe that's what I needed, more than all those late night highs. Someone quiet beside me when the whole world starts to rise. Maybe love feels smaller and softer than we imagine. You laugh every time I drift off halfway through what I'm trying to say. Still, somehow you always hear the things I struggle to explain. Now every song sounds warmer, every drive feels different too. 'Cause lately all my favorite moments start and end somewhere near you. Outside the rain keeps falling, soft against the balcony. And suddenly I understand why people get scared of needing things. No labels, no future plans. Still I keep hoping you stay longer. Stay for sunrise, coffee cups beside the sink. Your makeup on my hoodie, and your shoes beside the bed sheets. And maybe this won't last forever. Maybe people fade sometimes. Still tonight your hand in mine feels like peace inside my mind. Maybe healing starts when somebody stays past midnight. Maybe the right person feels calm before they feel exciting. Stay for sunrise. sunrise, and somehow changed my life. Traffic moving softly, coffee turning cold, still hearing your breathing long after you go. You stay later than you planned to. Rain still falling by the fire escape. Your shoes lined up by the doorway, like maybe you might stay. Blue light moving through the curtains, music low enough to think you asked me why I looked distracted. I said, it's nothing, way too quick. Truth is every night gets harder to pretend this doesn't mean much. 'Cause lately every quiet moment feels different when it's us. And maybe I should stop hiding behind almost sentences. If you asked, I'd probably stay all night. Keep driving through the coastline till the sunrise blurred the sky. And if you asked, I'll probably tell the truth, that every late night conversation keeps pulling me toward you. Maybe love sounds quieter than movies make it seem. Coffee warming up the kitchen, orange morning through the glass. You laughing while I overthink how fast good things move past. Outside the city keeps waking, cars fading into gold. Still your hand resting near mine makes the whole room feel slower. And honestly, I hate admitting how attached I've gotten now. 'Cause every song starts sounding softer, every silence hits too loud. No labels, no big promises, still I wait for your headlights outside. If you asked, I'd probably miss the exit just to keep this drive going a little longer than intended. And if you asked, I'd probably let you stay till this apartment stopped feeling like somewhere temporary. Maybe healing starts when somebody makes you feel safe enough. Maybe the hardest thing about falling is realizing you already did. If you asked, I'd probably say I need you under faded orange sunrise, with your sleepy eyes half closed. And if this disappears by winter, I'll still replay these nights. Your voice low inside my kitchen, your outline in morning light. If you asked, I don't think I'd say no. Traffic moving softly, coffee turning cold, still hearing your laughter long after you go. You called me after midnight, said you couldn't fall asleep. So I drove down by the coastline just to hear you breathe. Streetlights sliding on the water, windows fogging from the rain. You kept drawing hearts absent-minded, then wiping them away again. And honestly, I almost asked you what this really turned into, but Put your head resting near my shoulder, made the silence feel enough. Maybe some feelings grow slowly without anybody noticing. Maybe in August we were closer than we know. Late night drives and tired conversations turning into something true. And maybe we were too careful to call it what it was. Still, every time you held my hand, the whole world softened up. Maybe love looks quieter than people make it seem. Coffee steaming near the balcony, orange sky beginning to rise. You laughing while I overthink every little change inside. Outside the city kept moving, cars fading into dawn. Still somehow this tiny apartment feels empty after you're gone. 'Cause now every song reminds me of your voice at 2 a.m. And every lonely evening lately feels heavier than it did then. No promises, no future plans, still I keep hoping you stay longer. Maybe in August we almost let ourselves fall. You asleep inside my hoodie, morning light across the wall. And maybe nothing lasts forever. Maybe people fade sometimes. Still tonight your quiet smile feels like peace inside my mind. Maybe healing starts when somebody stays a while. Maybe the hardest memories are the ones that felt temporary. Maybe in August, undefeated sunrise light, you half asleep beside me while the whole world came alive. And if this disappears by winter, I'll still replay these nights. Your soft voice inside the darkness, and your outline in morning light. Maybe in August I started needing you. Ocean air moving, traffic turning gold. Still hearing your laughter long after you go. You fell asleep in the backseat, streetlights moving through your hair, radio humming soft between us, cold night drifting through the air. I should probably drive you home now. Morning's getting close again. Still I keep missing exits lately, just to keep you here a little longer. Your hand resting near the console, my hoodie wrapped around your knees. Funny how these small quiet moments mean more than they probably should. And maybe we crossed some line already without saying it out loud. Call you mine, feels too heavy for tonight. Still, every time you look at me, something inside me goes quiet. And maybe we're Maybe love starts softly before anybody names it. Coffee cups beside the mattress, orange sunlight through the blinds. You're laughing while I lose my words for the 100th time tonight. Outside the ocean looks endless, gray blue under early dawn. Still somehow this tiny apartment feels less lonely when you're on my arm. Cause now every late night drive, every song and every street starts pulling me back toward moments that only make sense with you near me. No promises, no pressure, still I keep hoping you stay longer. Call you mine, maybe not forever yet. Still your fingers tangled with mine, feel too real to forget. And maybe we move too careful, cause we're scared to ruin this. Still tonight your sleepy voice feels like somewhere safe exists. Maybe healing sounds like somebody choosing to stay a while. Maybe the people who calm you become the hardest ones to lose. Call you mine under faded orange sunrise. You half asleep beside me while the whole city comes alive. And if this fades by colder seasons, I'll still replay these nights. Your quiet laugh inside my kitchen, and your outline in morning light. Call you mine, even just for tonight. Traffic moving slowly, coffee turning cold, still feeling your heartbeat long after you go. You always leave so quietly, like you're trying not to wake the room. Morning light across the carpet, coffee barely getting warm. Your jacket hanging near the doorway, my playlist still playing. Oh, and somehow every time you leave, the apartment feels colder. You say text me when you get home, like it's some casual thing. But your voice turns soft at the end, like you almost meant something. And maybe we both feel it, but neither says it first. So exit through my doorway, your hand slipping out of mine, like we're both scared of ruin something fragile by defining it. And maybe this day's temporary, maybe that's just what this is. Still every night beside you feels too honest to dismiss. Maybe some people live softly before they realize it. Rainwater on the balcony, blue sky starting to appear, laughing while I overthink things. So body asked if you outside the city keeps moving, cars fading in the dawn. Still your perfume in the hallway makes it hard to move on. Cause now every song sounds different. Every late drive hits too deep. And honestly, I miss you slightly before you leave me. No labels, no future. Still I keep waiting for your headlights. So haze it through the silence, or in sunlight through the blinds. You half awake beside me while the whole world comes alive. And maybe we don't last forever. Maybe people fade sometimes. Still tonight your voice is close. Feels like peace inside my mind. Maybe healing starts with somebody staying long enough. Maybe the saddest feeling is almost calling something love. So exit from my apartment, coffee cups beside the sink. You smiling like you know already. I'm more attached than I think. And if this disappears by winter, I'll still replay these nights. Your sleepy eyes and faded moments, your outline sunrise light. So exit, still hard watching you leave. Traffic moving softly, ocean air turn gold. Still hearing your footsteps on after you go. You showed up after midnight, hair damp from the summer rain. Said you only came to see me for a couple minutes anyway. But your bag stayed by the doorway, your shoes stayed by the bed. And suddenly the whole apartment felt warmer than it did. TV light across the ceiling, your fingers tracing circles slow. Funny how the smallest habits become the things you miss the most. And maybe I got too attached to all the ways you made this feel like home. Come back slower next time. Don't leave so fast again, cause everything feels quieter the second you step out of it. And I know we never promised anything beyond tonight. Still your voice inside this room makes the loneliness go quiet. Maybe love begins in moments people barely notice. Coffee cups beside the mattress, morning light across your skin. You laughing while I lose my thoughts halfway through another sentence. Outside the freeway keeps moving like nothing here could last. Still every late night conversation makes me want more than I should ask. And honestly I hate admitting how much this changed my days, cause now every song and every street somehow carries your name. No pressure, no label, still I wait for away. Maybe the people who calm you are the hardest ones to lose. Come back, come slower next time. Come back slower next time. Orange sunlight through the blinds. You half asleep against my shoulder while the whole city comes alive. And if this fades by colder weather, I'll still replay tonight. Your sleepy voice across the silence and your outline in morning light. Come back slower, just stay a little longer. Traffic moving softly, coffee getting cold, still leaving space beside me long after you go. You said this is nothing serious while standing in my kitchen light. Rainwater falling from your jacket onto the floor around your shoes. And maybe you were trying to keep this from becoming real. Still, the way you looked at me made that hard to believe. Your coffee getting colder slowly, phone face down beside the sink. Funny how the smallest moments become the hardest things to leave. And maybe I should stop pretending that this means less than it does. Nothing serious, that's what we keep calling this. Late night drives and sleepy conversations, and your makeup on my hoodie strings. But something about the way you leave makes the whole room change. And maybe if this means nothing, why do I still wish you stayed? Maybe feelings grow quietly before anybody says them out loud. You laugh every time I overthink, pulling me back into now. Still your silence after certain questions says enough somehow. Outside the city keeps moving, headlights sliding through the rain. And suddenly this small apartment feels too full to feel the same. Cause now every song sounds softer, every morning hits different too. And honestly I hate admitting how attached I got to you. No labels, no future talk, still I wait for your calls at night. Nothing serious, still your side of the bed stays warm, even hours after leaving, like your shadow lingered on. And maybe we were never meant to turn this into something real. Still your hand reaching for mine feels too honest to conceal. Maybe people hurt deeper when they almost let themselves love you. Maybe the hardest relationships are the ones nobody names. Nothing serious, just your voice inside my kitchen while the sunrise fills the windows and we avoid the word missing. And if this fades by colder weather, I'll still replay these nights. Your sleepy eyes and quiet laughter under faded morning light. Nothing serious, still somehow hard to forget. Coffee getting colder, ocean air moving slow, still hearing long after you go. You fell asleep during the movie, head resting near my arm, streetlights moving through the curtains, painting shadows in the dark. I should probably wake you up now, it's getting close to 3. The nights feel softer when you're here, and I'm not ready for you leaving. Your shoes still by the doorway, your necklace on the sink, little evidence somebody stayed long enough to change things. And maybe that's what scares me, how quickly this became important. Wish you stayed even after morning came, after coffee cups and tired eyes and all the quiet faded away. 'Cause something about your voice at night makes my whole world slow, and I hate how empty everything feels a couple hours after you go. Maybe some people leave gently and somehow hurt more that way. You keep talking half asleep now, telling stories with your eyes closed, and honestly I keep smiling at details I won't outgrow. Outside the ocean sounds distant, cold air slipping through the screen, and suddenly I understand why people get scared and needing things. 'Cause every late night drive lately, every song and every street starts pulling me back toward moments that only make sense with you in reach. No promises, no forever, still I keep hoping for another night. Oh, wish you stayed long enough to watch the sky change, long enough for this apartment to stop feeling temporary. 'Cause something about your hand in mine makes loneliness disappear, and maybe that's why mornings lately feel harder when you're not here. Maybe healing looks like somebody choosing not to leave right away. Maybe love begins in all the small moments people overlook. Wish you stayed. Wish you stayed. Wish you stayed through the pale orange sunrise. You were asleep against my shoulder while the whole city came alive. And if this fades with colder seasons, I'll still replay tonight. Your voice low inside the darkness, and your outline in morning light. Wish you stayed just a little longer. Coffee getting colder, traffic moving slow, still leaving space beside me long after you go. Palm trees moving in the night wind, taxi lights across your face. You leaned your head against the window while the city slipped away. Your shoes kicked off in the backseat, cold drink melting in your hand. You said I don't wanna go home yet, drifting through the car, radio humming soft beside us while we drive without a stop. And maybe we don't know where this goes, maybe we don't have to now. Still tonight feels good enough to stop thinking so hard. Just two lonely hearts breathing under swaying palm trees. You started talking about childhood, old songs and places you miss. I kept watching your reflection move slowly across the glass. Funny how the deepest moments never look dramatic at all. Just late night conversations when nobody's guarding themselves. Now the skyline's getting smaller, morning barely touching blue. And suddenly I understand why people get attached too soon. No pressure, not forever. Still I don't want this ending yet. Palm trees moving near the coastline, sunrise fading through the dark. You half asleep beside me, with your fingers on my arm. And maybe this all disappears someday. Maybe people always leave. Still tonight your voice this close feels like somewhere safe to be. Two tired souls healing under swaying palm trees. Maybe happiness is smaller than I always thought it was. Palm trees under early morning, ocean air and tired eyes. You asleep against my shoulder while the daylight slowly climbs. And if this fades with colder weather, I'll still replay tonight. Your love mixing with the ocean under washed out neon lights, waves moving softly, engine running low. Still feeling that calm, long after you go. You showed up around midnight, hair still wet from summer rain. Dropped your keys beside the counter like you've been here every day. TV glow across the kitchen, low music filling up the room. You asked me if I'd been okay lately. I said better now with you. Outside the freeway kept moving, headlights drifting through the dark. But inside everything felt slower for the first time in a while. And maybe I stopped running the second you walked in. Soft landing in your arms tonight, after months of feeling lost. Your voice quieter than the city while the rain falls on the roof. And maybe what was still healing, maybe that's why this feels safe. Two people learning slowly how to let the loneliness fade. Maybe peace is in a place place, maybe it's a person. Coffee brewing in the morning, orange light across your face. You dancing softly in my hoodie, half awake and out of place. You keep laughing when I overthink, pulling me back into now. Funny how the smallest moments feel important with you around. Outside the ocean looked endless, gray blue underneath the sky, and suddenly I didn't hate the thought of time moving by. No pressure, no promises, still I want another night like this. Soft landing in your voice tonight, radio humming low, street lights fading through the curtains while the morning starts to glow. And maybe this won't last forever, maybe nothing really does. Still tonight felt warm enough to soften everything that was. Two lonely people healing inside this quiet apartment. Maybe love feels calmer than I always imagined. Soft landing near the coastline, windows open to the air. You asleep against my shoulder, like you've always belonged there. And if this fades by colder seasons, I'll still replay tonight. Your sleepy eyes in morning light, under washed out orange skies. Rain slow and softly, traffic moving low, still hearing your heartbeat long after you go.